Hello and welcome to another Raggy's, beer chat basically. So we're going over some old favourites, and the old favourites are Hatherwood's Winter Special and Sadlers Peaky Blinder Christmas Pudding Stout. I can never remember the Peaky Blinder bit being part of it. I always thought it was Sadler's Christmas Pudding Stout. I have to remember if anybody else remembers that when people come online, obviously. So, a bit later than I envisaged. Good evening. Yeah, 2 hours later than I envisaged. Good evening. So, does anybody remember that Peaky Blinder was part of the Sadler's Christmas Pudding Stout last year? I can't remember if it was. Good evening. Whew. So, I've already had a gin secco. Evening. And I've had a gin secco, and which is gin and prosecco, obviously, and a gin wine and all. So half tanked. I've got the yellow card off the wife. What's it? Oh, fair dues. Good evening, Justine. So 4.5%. I think they've killed it, to be honest. Hey, my favourite. Yeah, flipping rosé wine with a load of gin. Gone in. The king. I don't think so. New channel for home brewing. I do like a good home brew. In fact, last night, but good evening. This time last night, I cracked open 1.5 litres of Barolo wine. I walked downstairs this morning. There was a little dreg left. So, God knows what went off. So, the Christmas Pudding Stout. Why would you ruin a flipping... Cheers. Why would you ruin one of the best beers by dropping the ABV? I cannot understand it. I wasn't pissed last night, but I was... yeah, it's warm tonight as well. I've had these two inside. I had 3 inside, but I've already had a bollocking off the wife before I come out. So I thought I'd better only bring 2 down to the shed. Yeah, room temperature, definitely. Been sat by the radiator in the kitchen, so it's lovely, proper room temperature. Too much. Well, too much. I know it. You know, every morning I wake up and think, well, that's it. No more beer today. And by about 6 o'clock, it's think, oh, fuck it. I'll have a drink. It must be VAT. I can only been on the steam brew. Fair play to that. Yeah, I can only think it's to do with VAT. I know that I drink too much, but I also know that because of anxiety, if I didn't drink, I'd be on tablets. And both are not good for you. Drugs are not good for you. Yeah, legal drugs even. And beer's probably not good for you, but hey ho, you know, you're only here once. If you're waking up in the morning and hitting the booze and the spirit straight away, then that really is worrying. But I mean, I can get pissed even now. I can get pissed on 3 or 4 pints. So, yeah. And other people can drink 15 or 20 and you think, bloody hell, how can you put that down, yeah? So, yeah, dark pour, off-white head. I don't think the aroma's as strong as it was in recent years, you know. Something's got to be missing, hasn't it? And yet at room temperature, it's a lot better. The flavour and the taste tastes a lot better. It's amazing, isn't it? How the temperature of a beer can change everything. With this furlough, even next week, I have no idea what's happening next week at the moment. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're in furlough. After that, I have no idea. Yeah, that happens most days. Most days I'm at work and I get to work and I think, that's it. No more beer tonight. And then all of a sudden the beer's out of my system. I get to about 5 o'clock and I think, oh God, I need a drink. Sod it. And then you have one drink leads to another. And then you look in your stack of beers and you think, oh, sod it. And you know, 4.5%, it's still a decent beer. Good evening. We're in 3. I'm running late as well. I'm 2 hours late. It was the ice. We had an order off Iceland. It's only just come, and for some reason, I'm the only one who can put freezer stuff away in the freezer. God knows why. No, I've got no gas. I've got an electric heater. A little. There we go. Yeah, there you go. A little radiator. It's been freezing. This Faxi here, I'm going to drink this sometime next week. I might even do it next weekend, you know, as another live review sort of thing. Sweden. Wow. Now, I want to go back to America, but you don't go anywhere near America until one Biden's in power for a year just to sort out all of what Trump's done. And obviously, once coronavirus is gone, obviously. Oh, fucking hell. Not. It is what it is. I mean, we can all get pissy. No, that's a 5.6% Faxi. It's their royal export, or it's classed as a Christmassy one. Alaska. Wow, nice. Oh, cheers. There's some amazing offers at the moment, but it's all down to money, isn't it? I mean, how much money have we all got? You know, I'd love to, you know, something's crawling on the roof or underneath. You look on the internet at the moment, and every single brewery's got offers. And unless you've got thousands of pounds to waste on beer, you know, it's like, oh, which one do I pick? Yeah, I can only afford. I only use what the money I make from a bit of cash money. Otherwise, I don't. You know, I don't touch it. No, the Morrison cider's somewhere. Where is it? Or have I drank it? It's somewhere about. I don't think I've drank it. Yeah, fucking hell, I can't remember. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I make a lot of home brew and all, you know. It's not depleted. It's just that a lot of the stuff's on the bottom here needs to move up. Yeah, yeah. I'm still very, very well stocked. No, not seen any of the little Belgian ales. I've not seen that Audi 12-pack of beers. I went in hours yesterday, nothing. Bit disappointed, really, because, I mean, obviously, Christmas beers, no bar humbug. Very disappointing. Dark Velvet's nice. They're stout. Get some syrup and add it after the fermentation. Then add some, I don't know, chocolate or vanilla syrup that you get it by B&M Bargains into the mix. Lovely. Is that from Evesham? Because I know in Ireland they have that 12-pack in Lidl. After fermentation for that, to add anything. Oh shit, you don't want that 50p a unit bollocks. That just brings all the prices up. No wonder people are homebrewing, because all you're doing is forcing people who like a drink but aren't pissheads onto homebrewing and doing distilling, you know, distilling your own spirits. Sound. I look forward to that. Yeah, you're forcing lots of people into homebrew. If you start ramping the prices up, people can't afford it. I mean, I've got my Barola, I've got my American oak aged rum ale. I mean, that's nice as well. Bloody hell. And it tastes much better at room temperature than it does down this shed. Bloody horrible at cool temperature. At Christmas, I've got loads of beers from the family because everyone's just buying me beers. Don't know why, you know. I've got my Amarone wine kit. Fuckers, aren't there? 50p a unit. It's no wonder everyone's brewing illegally. Ooh. Is that a Nubian Little Legs? I've not seen that before. I went into our Tesco's yesterday. Nothing new in Tesco's. Yeah, St. Peter's Cream Stout. Absolutely amazing. If you brew it now, keep it warm, it should be ready for Christmas. But now's the cut-off date, really. With any brewing, you know, you need to be brewing really quickly. Unless you're doing a wash. If you've got an air still, if you're doing a wash, you've still got some time. A week or two for an air for a wash. Oh, fuck's sakes. I hate that the British shops don't all have the same stuff. There's some amazing stuff that we see in Scotland that you don't get in England. Yeah, if you're doing a wash, you can get away with 2 weeks because you do the wash and then you distill it. Anything else, you need, you know, a week of brewing, at least 3 weeks to mature, depending on how warm your room is. You know, temperature's such a thing this time of the year. Don't ever try and brew it in the shed this time of the year because you're going nowhere. You know, in your airing cupboard at home or with a brewing belt round it if you're going to brew it in this time of the year. I mean, in the summer months, in this room, I've had the temperature in here get up to 120 degrees. Fucking ridiculous. I've come home and after 2 days, 3 kits are brewed in 2 days. Ridiculous. Ooh, that's expensive, isn't it? 9 to 11 quid. That was the thing with basic cider at Sainsbury's. They were worried that the price was going to go through the roof, and it went up from like £2.40 to about £4 when I was there. God knows what price it is now. But so I've got to say, at room temperature, Peaky Blinder, it's not so bad. It's not as good as it was. You can't replace a 6% with a 4.5%. But the taste is okay, you know. And B&M are really pushing it this year. Holt's Maple Moon. I've got that somewhere. I got that the Holt's deal for 12 beers for 19 quid. And free delivery. Fucking unbelievable deal. And the £5 for the glass. Ooh. I'm very, very tempted to buy a plum tree and start doing a bit of plum, you know, plum wine and whatnot. Yeah, I like the stronger stuff. I'm not really into the weaker stuff. I mean, I've done some like the low alcohol stuff this year, but it was only a reason to do a next, you know, just to do a review. I'm not really interested in it. If I want fucking alcohol free, I'll go and get a cup of coffee, personally. Bugger me, I have to have a word with some relatives in Northern Ireland and see if they'll sort me out a box. Send 20 quid across and they get them to get me a box ready for, you know, later in the year. Yeah, you might as well. If you're drinking alcohol free, you might as well have water. Unless you're in a pub, obviously, then that's, you know, by the by. I mean, I won that case of Tsingtao, 0%. 23 bottles are still in the house. How the family? Family are great, thank you. Yeah, I'm the only one who suffers and suffers with fucking anxiety. Still can't get rid of it. It won't go, but the drink helps. Well, until I wake up in the morning at 5 o'clock and all of a sudden it rushes back, but you can't help it, can you? You know. That's why I don't listen to Nottingham Forest these days, because fuck's sakes, it just makes it worse. Nottingham Forest and Derby, oh my God, we're right down the shitter at the moment. I've gone off football altogether at the moment. I do enjoy this at room temperature. It's good as it was, but it's still got some nice taste to it. You miss the alcohol, but the taste, it's still got some good taste. And good to see Sadlers are still brewing. Oh dear, we'd love Forest to get back in the Premiership. I just don't know. We looked like we were doing it brilliantly. Yeah, temperature does make a difference. It looked like we were going to, you know, maybe make it, but County, I mean, they've had some shit years as too. You know, the fans go through so much, don't they? You know, bad decisions on selling players, bad decisions on bloody managers. Oh, I don't know. Don't support Derby. I mean, they've got Ray Rooney as a part manager, and I don't know. I mean, he was good at one stage as a footballer, and he died a death. And will he be good as a manager? I don't know. You know, some of us, like anything in life, some of us are good workers, but we're not good managers. Oh, they won. Yeah. Oh, well. They're not above Forest. Oh. And I haven't had no dinner yet anyway, so I've gone all day, no food. Had a big glass of gin and wine, velvet gin and rosé wine, and then had gin, some other bleeding gin, and prosecco, and then I've gone on to this. So, me. Oh, 1-1, the draw. Ah, oh well. At least I didn't lose. Forest tomorrow. I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping that the government backtrack like they have done all year and put Nottingham back in tier 2. But who knows? Just don't know these days. I'm having a pizza straight after this. The oak beer. I had a bottle last week off camera. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I let it warm up the house and drank it. Lovely. Pine chips. Oh, beautiful. One of our locals, bottom of the league, Derby. One of our locals, they do a foot-long sausage wrapped in bacon, battered, with chips, in a Yorkshire pudding with gravy over. £5. Fucking brilliant. That's starting next week. Starting tomorrow, rather. No, I can't either, Rooney. It just doesn't bode well. Cherry wine. Oh. Yeah, there's some fantastic stuff to drink out there, especially if you can do it right, you know, get it bang on. And use fruit and use juice. I mean, I've done cherry juice wine, and that was one of the best. Toad in the hole. You can't beat a bit of toad in the hole, can you? Eh? Don't know what hole it is, obviously, but I'm not going to go down that road. Plum wine. Oh, I'd love to do some plum wine. I'm never touching prune juice wine again, though. Yeah, no. No, that's a bridge crossed, never going back. I've still got 2 bottles. Stockport County. A lot of my wife's family are in Stockport. Her auntie and all the kids are up there. And not a bad area as well. Well, they've got money though, so, you know, they live in a posh area. Although they still had a mobile home nicked off the drive, so, you know, just goes to show you. So, that was much, much better warm. At cool temperatures, nowhere near as nice. We're still missing the strength. But it's better. Not as good, though. Got to be honest. For me, it's dropped from a 4.65 beer down to about a 4.3. Still palatable. Still a good beer. But just that 1.5%. Bloody hell. I've got an Amarone wine kit for Christmas, and if I get some money earners before Christmas, which, you know, you never know with the internet, I'm thinking of doing that Love Brewing their Imperial Stout kit. It's amazing. 37 quid, but it's the strongest kit on the market. It's about 8 or 9%, even stronger than Evil Dogs. And I might even buy it and get a bit more sugar as well, you know, just ramp it up a little bit. But yeah, that is the kit. That's one of my dream kits to get, unless the wife's got it now. Centre Park's not too far away from me, about 10 miles or so that way. Right. Next one on the list. I've got my orders tonight. No longer than 45 minutes, so I'm getting the red card. I've got the yellow card for coming down here. She thinks I'm going back up, pissed at my head. Let's hope not, eh? the range, you know, they do some interesting beer kits, they do. Here's one. She's not the boss, but you can do without the hassle, can't you? You know, from the women. Sadlers, sorry, Lidl's Winter Special, or shall we say Marston's Winter Special. Put your foot down. Yeah, she's a good wife, actually. It's just that she doesn't want to see me getting too drunk and, you know, going for a piss in the fucking one of the bedrooms, or, you know, something, or puking up down the walls. Yeah, so, you know, you can understand where she's coming from. Right. For me, if you're looking for a beer kit that's as good as proper stuff, go for the St. Peter's stuff. The St. Peter's beer kits are amazing. Brew exactly as they tell you to brew. They are amazing. Pizza, it's one from Iceland. They do these posh pizzas for about £3 in a rectangle pizzas that you put in. And we've got these, what we call a JML. It's an halogen oven. So you put them in the halogen oven for 20 minutes. Beautiful. Cook perfect every single time. Whereas if you put them in a normal oven, shit, they overcook all the time. And I've lost the old doodles now. Comments. Yeah, but beer kits. If you want to brew a beer kit, but you're going to stick to the instructions and don't ramp up the ABV, go for St. Peter's Honey Porter. Oh, fucking amazing. Absolutely amazing beer kit. The Simply beer kits are good as well. The Simply ginger beer kit is the best ginger beer kit you'll ever come across in your life. There are some very good beer kits, but there are some shit ones as well. And a good yeast, yes, definitely. I'm thinking of scrounging off one of my mates some air conditioning for the shed. So when they rip out an air conditioning unit, come down to my shed, install me some air conditioning, and job's a good one. And get it done cheap, obviously, you know, free, cheap. But yeah, that's the hope in the long run. I'm thinking of doing a log burner in this corner, but I think log burner, you still got to pay for the wood. Air conditioning is the better route, especially if I can get one second hand. And that's my thinking. Because at this time of the year, I mean, I've never been so late in the beer room. Usually by now, it's all in the kitchen. But obviously, in the kitchen, people want to go to the toilet. They want to use the kitchen. Especially if I'm talking for nearly an hour. It don't go down well. No, aircon's good. We've got aircon in our front room. So in the summer, when we've had it at 37 degrees, we've got the aircon on. It was like a fridge. You walked in, it's like, oh, you know, this is brilliant. You walk outside, it's like, shit, it's too hot. In the winter, we've got the heat setting on. Beautiful, really is. And it's a lot cheaper than having fans, you know, normal fan, like heating fans. A lot cheaper. Yeah, log burners are okay. The best log burners are, my sister had one in her house. She had a log burner, but it also did her central heating. But obviously, one, if you can get the wood for free or very, very cheap, you're laughing. If you can't, then it can be more expensive than gas. So, you know. Beaverdale do make some nice Pinot Grigio, to be fair. Yeah, back burner, definitely. Yeah, they're old-fashioned, but, you know, my sister's house, we went round, and her house was toasty as hell. Come to my house, Baltic, you know. I mean, since then, we've had new thermal boarding installed on 2 of the bedrooms. And those bedrooms are as warm as they come. And the 3rd bedroom, that's got the airing cupboard in, so that's warm anyway, you know. That's why modern houses are so much warmer, because they're using modern technologies to keep it warm, you know. This big Celotex, or if that's what they call it, Kingspan, I think they call it. Yeah, I don't think you can beat a proper fire, you know. Now, to say this is a Marston's beer, and let's be fair, it might be Lidl, it might be Hatherwood, but it's Marston's. It's Patrick McGinty on the front. He's bloody Marston's head brewer. That is a really nice beer. And for the price as well, you can't fault it. I'm looking forward to my 2 advent calendars. My wife isn't, but I'm looking forward. That's 2 guaranteed reviews every day. Whew. And they ain't got a clue what's in either of them. I've got some, in the low cost, I've got no idea whatsoever. Not a bloody inkling of what's going to be in it. In the adventure beer, I know that some of the local Christmassy beers are going to be in it, but as in what, I don't know. $24. They're always $24. They're never $25. Yeah. And it's funny, they're both the same boxes as well, but luckily I know which is which anyway, so it's not a problem. Ooh, I missed that last comment. At room temperature, that is the dog's bollocks, that is. Oh. You know, if you're going to buy beers, and these days, when I go and buy beers, I buy 2 of each if I can. Especially the Christmas beers, because I want to try it at chilled temperature, i.e. beer room temperature, and house temperature. Yeah, there's some amazing short date stuff. I've got at least 30 cans and bottles of short date and out of date. There's a couple that I reviewed, they've been a year out of date. Didn't realise. Fucking hell. I tried, and they're perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with them. As for the barrel aged stuff, yes, vocation. It seems like every brewery is doing barrel aged stuff. Some amazing beers out there. Yeah, B&M have got that. I thought it was a really nice lager, to be honest. A good lager beer. It's not everyone's, you know, we're all very different in what we like. And it's a good thing as well, because if we all like, you know, John Smith's, fucking that'd be a boring world, wouldn't it? Yeah. Not in COVID times, obviously. I mean, if I knew I was having a party, I'd brew a couple of barrels of decent beer, and you know, have it in my barrels. I've got 3 barrels. I have. So I'll have it in the barrels and just say, oh, help yourself, get down you. And then a bottle of juice wine as well, just to help matters out a bit. I mean, I've still got my pear wine. I've not touched that since the day I bottled it, barreled it rather. And I've got 40 pints of that bleeder. And it turned out a hell of a lot better than I initially thought. Red Stripe's not bad, you know. I actually like Red Stripe. Yeah, prune juice, fucking hell. Whew. If you suffer with constipation, prune juice wine, I think, is an amazing, you know, thing to brew. Yeah, Red Stripe. I had it at Sainsbury's when I was there. We used to sell it. And I used to love it when one, you know, a pack of 4 when one was broke, because we'd split the other 3 and sell them at 50 pence a can. Or whatever, you know. And they were the days, you know. I used to have a fucking outstanding amount of beer. Rhubarb wine. Oh, dear. Rhubarb wine's lovely. Rhubarb and ginger wine is unbelievable. It's exceptional. You know, it's not strong. You know, you're looking about 9–10%, but very nice. Peaky Blinders Lager. I've entered the competition on Facebook. They've got a competition where you can win a year's supply of Peaky Blinder Lager. It's still on now. So get entering, because it's well worth it, isn't it? Even if you don't drink it all yourself and you give it to your mates, you know. It's worth enter, like any competition on Facebook. I entered a lot. Facebook and Instagram. Any competitions where you haven't got to do too much, I enter. You know, if you just got to like it and comment, job's good. Well, I don't work there now, so, but yeah. once there was something that came on offer, and I thought, right, you bastard, threw the box and reduced it. Yeah, but yeah, I didn't do it very often. No, no, I was a good person. I wasn't naughty. But yes, it did. It does go on. You know, I wasn't. It does go on in all shops. You know, where it's purposely reduced. Good evening. 10p each. Oh, at Sainsbury's, what they did near Christmas, all the booze that they didn't, especially spirits that was damaged, it was all put in a basket for Christmas, for the Christmas party. So they drag it into the party and you just drink what you like. I ain't seen this in Aldi. Bloody hell, Nottingham needs to get a grip and sort themselves out. Bloody hell. But anyway, yeah. And there was a concoction. Yeah, McEwen's Exports are lovely. There was a concoction, this pint, and it had rum, whiskey, Disaronno, it had everything in. It looked like diarrhea. It was absolutely disgusting. I drank some. I couldn't drink it. I had about that much. Couldn't drink any more. The lad next to me drank the rest of the pint. And however he was still alive afterwards, I'll never know, because it was horrendous. You know, the amount of different stuff. You know, I mean, sometimes I can be a little bit hardcore with some of the stuff I drink, but oh God, this was hardcore on another level. But he was student age. Students, you know, in the 20s, you can drink stuff that you can't drink when you're in your 40s. Or you're down, you know, for the want of being ill the next 3 or 4 days. My daughter's, for Christmas, she's picked me up the Green King. They're doing a buy your own, a mixed box set. They've got Rockin' Rudolph. You go on their website, they've got Rockin' Rudolph. And you can pick any beers up to an amount of 12. And it's something like 19 quid. It works out to 19 quid because they've got 10% or whatever off. And about £5 for delivery. So if there's beers on there that you don't get in the shops, in the supermarkets in England, I mean, if you're in Scotland, then it's different. The Belhaven stuff's available all over Scotland. But you can't get Rockin' Rudolph in shops anyway. And it ended up being 25 quid, and she's picked me that up for Christmas. So, well happy about that. Nice bit of Rockin' Rudolph on Christmas Day. We've got a new Iceland opening near us soon, on Monday actually. And it's, no, not Monday, Wednesday. And it's called Food Warehouse. Good evening. And it's a food warehouse, but it's got bargain booze integrated into the food warehouse. So I'm looking forward to seeing if they have a bigger selection of beers. Although some twat says, I posted on Facebook about this. I says, oh, looking forward to the bit. You know, have you got a much bigger beer selection? Someone says, I can't afford, this is what someone says, this, I can't afford food. How can you afford beers? I says, well, that's my business, not really yours, is it? Hello, just Liam. Yeah, I'll have to look at, comment your channel in after this has gone live, because I can't see it until it's gone live, unfortunately. Is it? Oh, fuck's sakes. We used to have a bargain booze in Sherwood, literally 300 yards away from me. And they used to get so many random beers. Shepherd Neame's Christmas Ale, Rockin' Rudolph, loads. Every time I went in, loads of new beers. And sadly, it's gone. It's the hairdressers now. But yeah, I'm not getting no beers from them, unfortunately. Got to say, love that at room temperature. And behind me, the Beers of Europe Christmas pack. St. Peter's Christmas Ale. Can't wait to try that. I've got a beer shop opening up in Daybrook, up the road from me, from where I am. And I can see the racking going in. It looks like it's going to be a proper craft beer shop. Can't flipping wait. Yeah, we've just had our Iceland delivery tonight. We triggered the £75 where you get £10 off. And we'd already saved 50 quid's worth in savings tokens all year. So we weren't mad and stocked up for Christmas, as you do. You've got to admit, though, tough time for breweries. You know, I do feel sorry for anybody in the pub trade. Pubs are probably more safer than flipping supermarkets, and yet still they are being victimised by the government. And I do, you know, I do find it horrible. No, not try Bradfield Brewery. Not come across them. You know, I think you could travel the length and breadth of Britain all year round and still not see every brewery that's there, because there's breweries that you don't know exist. Yeah, I mean, it's pubs that don't have food offering that are really struggling. And you know, where you can. I mean, on Monday, there's a brewery that's close to me when I work at Newark, just up the road, about a mile away from Newark, and I'm going to go there. Yeah, I'm going to go there and get 12 beers for 22 quid. You can't fault that. Free Christmas beers as well. Oh, that's a Yup beer. Ooh, I might have to have a look at that. I do like these beer chats because there's stuff that obviously I don't know about. I know shit. And I only know about stuff that I see in Nottingham. I don't know anything about around the country. Yup beers. Oh, might try to remember that if I'm not too drunk when I go back up the ass. I need to knock off at 45 minutes because the wife will give me a right bollocking. But certainly loving this. At room temperature, this is much better. It's good at chilled, but much better at room. Yeah, it is a bit strange, isn't it? I think the student generation, the student population, especially in Nottingham, it's the student population that have fucked it up for everybody else. Before the students came back, there was no issues with coronavirus in Nottingham. They came back, Nottingham went to the highest in the UK. Now we're suffering tier 3, and they are fucking off home back to whatever part of the country they came from. It's really bad. Ooh. I'm tempted to get the Shepherd and Neame Christmas Ale, but I don't really want 12 bottles of it. It's a good beer, but 12 bottles of anything these days, you know, you don't want to pay the price, do you? I mean, I like the Christmas Ale from St. Peter's, but again, do I really want 12 bottles of anything? Students, 16 to 18-year-olds, they've all chucked us underneath the bush. Good evening. There's some amazing breweries out there, isn't there? If only we all had the cash to get all the beers we want, you know, and if we had the ability to drink them all, you know. When I look on the internet at some of the beer offers, especially some of these imperial stouts. Well, Christmas Day, we're cooking for the family, albeit if we're allowed to, but we're all going to anyway. Fuck them. And at some stage over the Christmas Day, I should be doing a few reviews, of course, you know. Although I might do a few on Christmas Eve while, you know, the wife's asleep. But there might be some late night Christmas Day reviews when I'll get her drunk. She's battered on the settee, falling asleep, and I can do some reviews. You know, unless I'm too pissed myself. I mean, now here's a question to everybody out there in Beerland. Oh fucking hell! There's got to be a beer chat on Christmas Day and Christmas Eve. Got to be. Well, I've got the totally brewed Christmas box that starts on Christmas Day, so I'm going to be drinking that anyway. But I don't know what the family's got me for Christmas Day. My wife, she actually gave me some shit over that. It says, "You're going to do a live Christmas chat on Christmas Day." I says, "Yeah." It says, "You'll probably be asleep anyway." Let's be fair with Boris Johnson. You know, you've got to feel sorry for him. In any year, it's a tough year to be a politician. But this year, fucking hell. You wouldn't like to be able to make the decisions, because every decision you make, someone's slagging you off. There's no easy decision. And I wouldn't like to be it, you know. Yeah, I'm hoping to do a live beer chat on Christmas Day. As long as I don't get too pissed at dinner. Usually at dinner, I'll be on the port or something, and I'll be getting, you know, intoxicated, as it were. But we'll see how it goes, because I don't drink too much. I don't want to get the bollocking off the wife, as it is. I know. I fucking need one. It's freezing down this shed. So I'm down here doing beer reviews and that, and they're all up the arse in the warm. And I'm down here, and I've got the gas bottle. I've got the radiator between my legs. This little fella. And luckily it's warm. And luckily outside it's not too hot. Someone, when I came back from Northern Ireland one year, when my wife's grandma was alive, they tried to slip me a bottle of poachine, or poachine as you call it. And he says, "Yeah, take that back with you." And the grandma stopped it. She says, "You're not taking that back." No. And so I didn't, you know. And yeah. Although that's 95%. It's some strong shit, that is. Fucking hell. I'm not so keen. You know, I don't mind a certain strength. I mean, that 67% beer I tried, that was strong enough. Yeah. Well, I'm hoping to get a gas bottle for the shed soon. Get some money earners off the internet. Get the gas bottle on. And sit down here. And then when I'm doing reviews, I'm actually warm. And I've been doing some reviews lately. And they've been short reviews, because I'm freezing with absolute bollocks off in here. And you know. Oof. I've got to say, Marston's do make some nice stuff at times. This, as well as the toffee, is it the toffee? Is it toffee, or is it the coffee one at Aldi's? That's. I'm sure that's Marston's as well. They do make some nice third-party drinks. It's a pity Marston's couldn't, you know, have an advent calendar with all what they make and the third-party stuff, the stuff that they make for Aldi and Lidl as well, and put it in an advent calendar. Like an interesting advent calendar. Polish vodka, Bison, nice vodka. Oh, I missed that. Toffee ale, and it was the coffee one, wasn't it? I'm sure it was. I forget, you know. And with all the beer drinkers out there, this is what I meant to say earlier. Do you go to bed at night and you've had a drink? Next morning you wake up and you think, fucking hell, what did I do late last night? You know, I can't be the only one who forgets what he's done at the last minute of the night. I can't be the only one. I'm certainly on my way, that's for sure. Oh, I'm glad. That's good. I wake up in the morning some mornings, you know, and I think to myself, I woke up this morning, I think, oh, fuck's sakes. What did I do late last night? And I thought, fucking hell, did I fall asleep last? Oh, fuck, brilliant. Thank you. And so many times I wake up and for the first minutes I'm awake, I've gone from being totally relaxed to stressed as fuck, thinking, did I piss the wife off last night? Did I do something I shouldn't have done? And I think to myself, fuck me, is this Alzheimer's coming in, or is it just the beer? And probably it's just the beer. But, you know, you wonder, you think to yourself, fucking hell. And it can't be just a bloke thing. It must be a woman thing as well, you know. If you like a drink at night and you think to yourself, shit, did I say something I shouldn't have done? I mean, let's be fair. 99.9% of us as human beings are very nice people. We wouldn't say anything normally. But when we've had a drink, we're bound to say something we shouldn't have said. Or, I don't know, gone to toilet in the place where we shouldn't have gone to toilet. Yeah, no. Fucking Facebook's lethal. Especially if someone says something that you don't like and you've had a drink and you're like, right, you wanker, you're fucking gay, innit? And you start tapping in. And, I mean, me and a mate who I used to work with, Paul, we used to go on Excite, if you remember Excite back in the day, Excite chat. And we would fucking abuse people on there. You'd get the wanker, you go in these chat rooms and there'd always be a wanker in the chat room. And the two of us would obliterate him. And fucking hell. We'd go that far, you know, that he must have been in tears, the bloke, you know, because we'd fucking absolutely wiped the floor with him. Nowadays, you think to yourself, oh dear, no, that's not me. Well, it's like me last night. Wife had fell asleep. I'd come down the beer room. I'd grabbed a bottle of wine, homebrew wine, gone up the house, had one glass and then another glass, then another glass. And I goes down in the morning and I'm okay. I'm not suffering. I looks at the thing and there's 1.4 litres out of the 1.5 gone. I think, shit. It's not, yeah, the membranes. Oh, I'm so glad it's not just me. There's mornings when I get to work, I'm at work and I'm thinking, fucking hell, I've upset the wife. And there's been no messages on the phone. And I'm thinking, shit, I'll send a message. And it's like, and the message is quite short. And I'm thinking, oh, bollocks. Yeah, I've done it again. And she knows that I don't mean, that's not my personality. I'm a good person, you know. And even when I've had a drink, I'm still a good person. It's just that I'll probably say something I shouldn't do. And I mean, we've been together 28 years. We know each other quite well. But yeah, it is a worry. You know, it is a worry. And yeah, it's like tonight. She worries about these live beer reviews. And she worries because at that time I did the 67% review and I walked in the house and I was fucking battered. And I slept on the settee till 4 in the morning and I got a bollocking off, not only off the wife, off my son, because he's 24 years old. And I even got a bollocking off him. And yeah, that was something. But, yeah, she'd give me a right bollocking. She'd be calling me. But we're all good together, to be fair. And neither of us are perfect. And we know we're not, you know. No one in life is perfect. If you think you're perfect, you're talking out your arse. You know, let's be fair. And fucking hell. I just realised the camera's on the piss. Hey, look, my head's on. My son's been in lots of states. I've walked into shit. I was pissed up myself, got the dog, walked halfway into town to he'd got out of a taxi, pissed out of his head, and he's walking home. And I was worried that he was going to get robbed because you get some wankers and, you know, walking about. So I've walked down as fast as I could, got to him, walking home. And then with me, him and the dog, no one's going to try and come, you know, I'd fucking battered them anyway. You know, when you've had a drink, you don't care a shit anyway. But, yeah, he's as bad. Yeah, when he's had a drink. But it's funny, you know, you see, drink is not good for a lot of people. You know, even when I've had a drink, I'm still wary of my environment. When I'm pissed at me, I still know where I am. It's going to be reviewed somewhere between now and Christmas. I've got these Christmas beers at the moment, the ones here. And I'll be doing 1 or 2 a day, depending on the days. And depending on if I'm working or not, because obviously I can't be drinking too many. Cider can get you pissed ever so quick. And mixing cider and beer, fucking hell, deadly. Right, I need to knock off soon. I will be getting the bollocking from the wife. Again, much better warm. Really brings out the flavours. I couldn't tell you the flavours because I've had too much to drink, but yeah, fuck it, I couldn't tell you. But yeah, much better warm, room temperature than chilled. Much better. And you know, £1.39. She reads that, I'll get a right kicking. But again, thank you everybody for the chat. You know, it's nice to catch up. It's like virtual friends, you know. And Yups, I need to Google Yups when I come off here. No, she wouldn't do it. You know, I wish that she would do, she makes cakes. That's her thing. And some of her cakes are amazing. And if she did cake videos showing how she does it, I think she would get a faster following than anything I could produce because of her pure talent. But hey, oh, she wouldn't do it, so it's no use asking. But anyway, yeah, thank you everybody for the chatting. Thanks for listening. And I need to make sure I remember that bloody brewery tomorrow at shop or whatever it is. Thanks for watching. See you soon. And that is amazing. Slightly better than the chilled version. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Cheers.